'cause we're gonna be legends. Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary.
Assalamu alaikum. Ki haal hai yara. Basically, I want to go over a Ramadan video real quick. I don't want to bore you. Now Ramadan is a very tough time, okay? When we're talking physically, not spiritually. Spiritually, it's a very good time. You know, as a person, reflecting on life, reflecting on religion, it's very, very good. But physically, it's very, very demanding. And you're going long periods, especially in this country, okay? You're going long periods without food and without water, okay? The key thing, water. Intermittent fasting that you see on the internet is nothing like Ramadan. Because intermittent fasting, you're not devoiding yourself of hydration, okay? So let's just go through some real easy tips. Tip number one, you're going to ask me, right? Sir, will I be making gains? Am I getting the cutting? Am I getting the bulking? My honest response is, I'm telling you that you're best off going into the Ramadan with a mindset of to maintain the gains that you have. Physically in the mirror, you will not look the same. You will even look like you're fatter, because when you devoid the body of water, you will hold water. So unless you're really lean, you're going to automatically look fatter. Okay? Second thing, because you're devoiding your body of food for so long, your muscles will not look as full during the day. So my best tactic is, do not take your top off and look in the mirror during the day. It will haunt you, especially when you're 16 days in plus. First 1 or 2 weeks, you'll have something there. Now, in terms of training, I wouldn't recommend you train at your full velocity. If you're training that hard, you just won't have the recovery in place, especially if you are a, how do I say this? You're not a lip service Muslim. So if you're actually going to the mosque and you're actually praying and everything like that, your recovery ability is not going to be as good as you sitting around all day, eating and keeping yourself hydrated. I would recommend full body circuits before you open the fast, okay? Before you open the fast, 3 to 4 days a week maximum. This means like one exercise per body part, 4 or 5 sets. I wouldn't go overly heavy, not too high because you won't have the glycogen there really. Just something to get the blood moving, open up the muscle receptors, the GLUT4 receptors, and then eat after that. You're going to say, what do I open my fast with? To be honest with you, the natural instinct is to open the fast with bad junk food. We've all been there, you know? But what I would do is I'm telling you guys, I've worked with many people during Ramadan, many, and you can work with me. If you feel this is outside your boundary, you can work with me and I will put everything in a plan for you. You just got to follow it. I'll do that thing, girl. I do that. So in terms of what you open it with, honestly, good food. And when I mean good food, I just mean food that you know is not going to cause you to blow up in your stomach. Food that's not going to make you feel bogged down. Because I know people say, a carbohydrate's a carbohydrate. Believe me now, you have a mass amount of sugar, you will feel fucked and you will feel full, and you won't, number one, you'll be missing more water, and number two, is hard on your body, all of a sudden to have a massive insulin spike. So I would open it with a good protein source. Like honestly, like I would say open it with some fruits to cure the sugar pangs that you've got, and some lean meat, and maybe a carbohydrate source like oatmeal or rice. Now the time gap you have, I would recommend you have 2 massive meals, 2 to 3 massive meals, big meals. Now obviously depending on the calories you get in. The reason is because in the small window you do have to open the fast. Unless you're hardcore dieting, you're not going to be able to eat enough calories that you'll put on actual fat. That's the truth. You won't. Unless again you're dieting really hard, then it's, you know, and you're coming, I don't know, to the last few weeks of a cut and your calories are very low, then yeah, it is possible, obviously. So you can afford to have a little treat with them meals to cure your sweet tooth. You know, you want to have a bit of mitai, or you want to have a dates, or you want to have a biscuit or something with your dinner. A little treat, be sensible, a little 200-300 calorie treat with each meal, 2-3 meals, 600-700 calories per meal. Okay, have those. In between, guys, it's important to get your water in. And if you're going to read the night prayers, bring a big bottle of water with you. I know it's a bit difficult because you might need to rush to the loo, but this is about just working with your body. Okay, keep it hydrated. You want to be getting a good amount of water in through that short window. It's only a few hours. You got to get good nutrients in. You got to get good amount of water in. Supplement wise, I would still use creatine. If you're on gear, you can use gear. Like testosterone, TRT will hold you. 100% TRT will hold you. You know, and then just keep going with that. Cardio, on your off days, you can be a bit active. Like, there's no reason why you can't. And just keep going. Just remember that, you know, the first 10 days, you will start to feel the energy shift. The next 10 days, you will start to notice your physique looks slightly worse. And then the last 10 days, it's done. So really, these are my tips. If you want a plan, then you feel free to email us and we will help you out. But it's just using your sense, you know, there's nothing wrong. We're all human. You're with your family. You have, say, a blowout meal on a Saturday night. You know how it is. You're over full and you can't go read the prayer. All right. So you want to reserve 1 day or 2 days a week. You want to do that, fine. But the rest of the days of the week, you want your body working with you, not against you. You don't want to be sitting there digesting all this bad food where you've eaten over because you've been starved. Pace yourself. Allow the food to satisfy you. Keep yourself hydrated. Lots and lots of water. And you will go through just fine. If anything, you will lose body fat. Those are my tips. I can go more in depth. Just ask me questions on my Facebook, on here. Ask questions. We'll answer them. It's interactive. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum, ya Rab.